Timmy said you took care of yourself pretty well.
Yeah, until I got hit with a can of corn.
Did you buy that can of corn?
Yes, I bought the damn can she hit me with.
What you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Sheriff John Brown come for you?
So we get dispatched to a physical disturbance. While en route, dispatch advises that the victim is bleeding pretty heavily from the back of her head. I made contact with her. She told us that the suspect had hit her with a can of corn. We sit down with the suspect. She's telling us that the victim was calling her several names, being, extremely rude to her.
She called me a piece of liar. And it was on.
It was on? What's that mean?
That means I got up in her face. And when I did, she grabbed me by the hair. And when she grabbed me by the hair and we went down, I punched her in the mouth.
Did you push her or anything?
No. She pushed me and I went off.
Okay. Did you hit her with a can of corn?
A can of corn.
She said that there was no can of corn involved. And then I asked if there was anybody else that witnessed the altercation. She said, yeah, my boyfriend, Timmy. So step away, talk to him. He tells us, listen, the suspect started everything with the victim, got up in the victim's face and was screaming at her and actually pushed her.
I pulled them apart, they kept getting together, and I was like, fine, y'all just go with this.
Okay.
Stacy's got a cut across the back of her neck.
What's that from?
And she busted a can of corn across her neck. She threw it and broke.
So she did hit her with a can of corn?
Yes.
Okay.
She's saying different. She's lying because
Yeah,
I'm standing right there.
She is. So she pushed her.
She pushed her first.
And so I go outside, make contact with the suspect, and I said, listen, where's the can of corn at? And she's like, okay, I threw it in the woods. We actually locate it, and there's a dent right where it made an impact with the victim's head. Definitely a strange dynamic with the boyfriend having one of his best friends, which is the victim, living with him, and then also having his girlfriend live with him, and the girlfriend and the best friend do not get along.
She was scrubbing the floor, and she's 53 years old. So I grabbed a wire brush and got on the floor with her.
Okay.
And she said, I'm fixing to say something insulting. I said, all right, what? She said, are you only helping me because Timmy's on his way home? And I stood up, and I said, I don't think Timmy doesn't get off till 5:30 or 6. I was trying to help you. But I tell you what, you can do it now, you effing self.
The boyfriend of the suspect did say, he's like, well, she's a redneck, she knows how to fight. I actually asked the victim about it, and she was pretty proud of it. That can of corn, I mean, with it full and it being a pretty strong tin can, it can do some damage. And had she thrown it probably with a little bit more velocity, it probably would have knocked the victim out, rendered her unconscious.
She grabs a can of corn, and she hit me right there. And I saw stars. And then I looked on the floor, there was corn everywhere. I didn't even know I was bleeding.
Yeah, Timmy said that you're a redneck. That's
Yes,
what he said,
I
because he
am.
said you jumped on her like a grown man.
She hit me.
Well, yeah, you have every right to defend yourself. That's what I'm saying. But he said you took care of yourself pretty well.
Yeah, until I got hit with a can of corn.
Anytime you have someone that doesn't want to go to jail, like the suspect, she even said she did not want to go to jail, you expect them to do an in-depth written statement. I think hers was only 1 or 2 lines, and it essentially said, she pushed me and it was on. But she didn't think she was going to go to jail because she thought her boyfriend was going to have the same story as her. I don't think he wants to deal with that drama. I think that they're pretty much done, and the suspect didn't like hearing that.
Point one out to me, because I'm not seeing what you're seeing.
See how they're crushed in?
So that's it?
It could be, or a stem. That could be a fiber optic or a seed.
A fiber optic seed?
No, a fiber optic line. And I've even got...
Yeah, I'm aware of what they are.
Yes, sir. So
Very aware.